Hello guys, BioLizard1 here, and today I'm going to bring you another black and white Wi-Fi battle, and this is a lower tier match against Bestow. But before I start off the match, I really want to welcome all the new people who have recently joined my channel. I've seen a lot of people have been checking out my stuff, checking out my videos. And yeah, I got some new subscribers lately, so all of you who just tuned in, welcome, welcome, welcome to my channel. I am BioLizard1 and I'm going to bring you some awesome Wi-Fi battles. And to start with, this is one of those new awesome Wi-Fi battles. Like I said, it's against Bestow5000. It was a match held a while ago, but I must say it was quite interesting because we used some lower tier Pokemon. So as you can see from the team preview, I'm actually not using a single 5th generation Pokemon. I'm just going to lead off with a mix of 2nd gen, 1st gen, and yeah, 3rd gen and 4th gen. So I'm going to start off with my Rotom fan, because this is a Pokemon you don't see very often in the metagame. So I thought, hey, let's give it some EVs, let's give it a moveset and see how it works. And I must say that I was quite satisfied how it did in this match. But I must admit that at the end I did make some mistakes when playing with it. So he's going to lead off with Rotom Cut, that is. He's going to outspeed me because he's Scarfed, and he's going to switch out into Decade as Clefable. Clefable, being my ace Pokemon, is going to be a tough guy to take down, as you will see in further events of this match. I see that he has that Flame Orb, so I was kind of thinking what kind of Clefable this would be, because most of the time when you see Clefable with Flame Orb, you kind of expect him to be a facading one, because due to their Magic Guard ability, they don't lose any hit points from their Flame Orb, and they usually carry what's it called, burn. They carry trick as well, because then they are allowed to switch out an opponent's item and give them a flame orb, burn them, and get some leftovers. But I'm gonna hide behind my sub with my air conditioner, while he's gonna switch back into his Rotom Cut, because that's the only Pokemon he wants to reveal at this point of the game. So he goes for a Hidden Power right now. I assume it's Hidden Power Ice, because yeah, it was super effective damage on me, and I'm not sure that a Rotom Cut is gonna run Hidden Power Rock. So I'm just pretty sure that it's gonna be Hidden Power Ice. Knowing that, I'm going to switch out into my Miltank. Miltank, having the Thick Fat ability, is going to resist both fire and ice type moves, and they are going to reduce the damage by half when hit by them. So seeing how much it does, it really does pathetic damage. So I'm kind of even more sure right now that this is Hidden Power Ice. Now he switches out into Clefable. I know that I really can't hurt this Clefable, but I was predicting him to switch into his Sock, because that would have been the better choice, I think. Because, yeah, Sock is just close combating all the way, and is going to be able to finish my Miltank with one hit. But he's going to switch out into his Decade, and now I'm going to see what kind of Decade this is, what kind of Clefable this is with his moveset. And he has Thunder Wave, which was actually a move that he revealed earlier, but I thought he might go for something else this turn, not playing too obvious. And he goes for a trick right now, and I'm kind of happy that I switched out into my Magneton, because yeah, Magneton has a Violet, so that means he's not going to benefit from leftovers or anything else. And Magnezone is already paralyzed, so that kind of means that his Flame Orb is not going to be activated. So he switches into Porygon Z. I'm just gonna go for the Stab Charge Beam, hoping to get a special attack raise, but that does not happen for me. He's gonna go for a Tri Attack, and I thought, okay, I'm going to resist this Tri Attack, and I have some special defense investment, but on the other hand I lost my Violet, so things aren't going to be so good for me. I'm just going to go for a Signal Beam here, not trying to go for the same move twice in a row. But yeah, he's just gonna go for another Tri Attack, knowing that this Porygon Z is going to die eventually. And yeah, I'm just gonna take him with me in the progress. I'm just gonna go for another Signal Beam. The reason why I didn't go for Charge Beam is because Charge Beam has like 90% accuracy, which means that yeah, if I missed, then he would have had a living Porygon Z, and not being sure that I have anything to outspeed it. But he switches back into his lead now. His Rotom Cut. and he's going to go for the Volt switch, which means that he's going to have to switch into one Pokemon of his team, meaning that I will have the switching advantage. So I'm going to go into Air Conditioner, and I was like, what kind of moves does this Sock have? Let's see if it has Ice Punch. So I'm going to switch out, go into my Uxie. If it doesn't have Ice Punch, then I'm pretty sure that he can't really hit me because my Uxie is my physical defensive wall. But he ends up using Payback, and I really didn't know why he did that. But maybe he predicted me to switch out into Uxie, but the odds of that are kind of low because he didn't see Uxie yet. He did see it in the team preview all in the beginning of the match, but yeah, he might have predicted me to go for a substitute after all. So I'm gonna set up my rocks now finally, because we've been like playing 15 turns I guess, and I haven't set up my rocks earlier, which is kind of bad. With all the volt switching around, it's nice to have them up. He's gonna switch out into Kingler. I'm pretty sure that Kingler is going to go for an agility, so I'm gonna try to cut off his speed by going for a Thunder Wave, and that's what happens. This Kingler is kind of rendered useless, so I'm just gonna keep going for the Psychic right now because I really want to take out this Kingler as soon as possible, since it poses a threat to any Pokemon on my team. He goes for the X-Scissor. Knowing it doesn't stab, it does do a huge chunk of me, and that kind of proves what kind of a physical attacker this Kingler can be. He's gonna switch out now. I should have predicted that because, yeah, he had the Honchkrow in the beginning of the match on his team, but I kind of forgot about it, and that isn't too good for me because now I'm really forced to switch out, because if I stay in I really don't want to take a stab Night Slash to the face. Even though he has leftovers, I really don't want to make it. I don't really want to take it, so I'm just gonna switch out into my Miltank, my Nipples. And yeah, Nipples is kind of my physical wall as well. At least it's often used as a physical wall in the metagame, but I kind of tend to use it in this team as a special defensive wall, and it really pays off, to be honest. But he goes for a Night Slash, and he gets the critical hit, and I messaged him on Skype, and I was like, dude, critical hit? Are you really for sure? And he was like, dude, this Honchkrow is just using Super Luck as his ability, and not Moxie as most of them used to run nowadays. And I was like, huh? Super Luck? That never worked for me. Do you get critical hit with that very often? And he was like, dude, let's see in this battle, you'll see. And I really have to admit, he's going to get a lot of critical hits on his Honchkrow. But yeah, I'm not going to spoil too much of the fun. He's going to switch out into his Clefable, and I really don't want my Pokemon to get Thunder Waved. So the best thing I could get Thunder Waved is my Macargo, because Macargo speed is like pathetic after all. So I'm just gonna go for a Shell Smash, maybe predicting him to switch out. I thought he was going to switch out because he can't really hurt my Macargo with his Clefable, and yeah, switching into Sock would have been the better option. But once again, he decides to stay in, which means that I'm going to get my defense and special defense lowered by 2 stages, but the rest of my stats are going to be raised by 2 stages. So that means that even though the Kingler resists my stab, Fire Blast is going to be taken out. Also due to the fact that his hit points are very low at this point of the match. So now he has his Sock, and I could have switched out here. Not sure why I didn't do that and go into my Uxie. Yeah, now that I think of it, this was actually a bad play on my part, because if I switched out and switched Macargo back in, then he still would have had that base 100 and 120 defense. So not really sure why I stayed in there. Nonetheless, continue the battle. I'm gonna go into Uxie, knowing that Payback didn't do a lot the first time. I'm just gonna stay in and go for a U-turn, maybe expecting him to go back into his Honchkrow, because yeah, that would have been a very good move, dodging the Psychic 2 times in a row. But he doesn't. He stays in this time. I go into Mellow, my pre-evolution of Salamence, and he's gonna go for a close combat. But due to the Violite, I'm going to take that pretty well. I thought I would be able to take it better though, but yeah, that doesn't happen. He's gonna go for a Payback now, maybe predicting me to switch out into a different Pokemon. Maybe predicted me to go back into Uxie, passing on the wish, and therefore going for a payback. But unfortunately for him, that doesn't happen. I'm just going to go straight for the outrage, knowing that after the wish, I'm going to be back at nearly full health, and anything else that comes in is going to get hit by a stab outrage, and that's always going to hurt. So he's gonna go for a Thunder Wave right now with his Clefable, and Clefable is kind of annoying me at this point. Even though it is my ace Pokemon, it is annoying the crap out of me. But now actually a bad thing happens. I get paralyzed, that is one thing. But the second thing, I get confused due to my own outrage, which means that I only have 25% chance of getting through that paralyzation confusion, also referred to as parafusion in the narrations nowadays. But I'm just going to go for a Hone Claws, hoping that it will switch out and hoping that my Outrage is going to hit his incoming Pokemon. So I'm just going to stay in with Hone Claws. I have +1 attack, so that means that anything that comes in is going to get some damage due to the Outrage. But he goes into his Honchkrow, and I thought, okay, I might take anything this Honchkrow throws at me, and a Stab Outrage is definitely going to take him down. I won't hit myself twice in a row, that would just be stupid. So I'm just gonna stay and go for another Outrage, but I hit myself in confusion again. Yeah, his Pokemon has super luck, and I'm getting the baddest luck ever, so that's kind of ironical. For some random reason, I switch out, go into Miltank. Not really sure why. He's gonna go for another Night Slash, and by the damage it does, it critical hits me again, and I was like, dude, are you seriously? Stop doing that. But he said, I can't help it. It's just my ability. You just try it out. And after this battle, I tried it out several times, and I didn't get a single critical hit ever. So now I'm just gonna go for a body slam because it's stab, and I thought like, okay, maybe I can get off a paralyzation, maybe I can get some luck and some hex on my side, but that doesn't happen. And I was like, dude, this is just not funny. I'm getting the baddest luck ever in this battle, but I don't mind. We're friends and we really enjoy this battle. So now I think like, okay, I can still survive one Night Slash, but he critical hits me again, and I'm like, dude, stop doing that. You're annoying me. So I'm gonna switch out back into Air Conditioner. What I should have predicted here was a Sucker Punch and go for the substitute, but I was kind of frustrated by the fact that this battle was not going my way at all, that I just wanted to play safe and go for the Discharge, forgetting about Sucker Punch all along. So I should have handled that better in my opinion, but yeah, it happened, nothing to do about it. Now he's gonna switch back into Liangle, his Rotom Cut, and I know the Hidden Power Ice is coming right into my direction. So the thing that I can do is switch back into my Mellow, because yeah, my Marshmallow can just sponge that attack. Even though he's gonna die, it can just sponge that attack, so I'm gonna be able to switch out into my Uxie again. And at this point of the match, I only have two Pokemon. I have my Uxie, my physical defensive wall, my physical defensive wall, yeah, correct. And I still have my Rotom Cut, my Air Conditioner. So he still has that annoying Clefable, which has been annoying me the entire time, and I just can't manage to take him down, which is just bad for me. So I'm just gonna go for the Stab Psychic because I really want to get rid of that Rotom Cut, but instead he switches into Clefable, and I'm just gonna keep going for that Psychic because I know the Thunder Wave is gonna come eventually, and I know that probably after the Psychic, uh, the knockoff is coming, but I really don't want to lose my leftovers on my Rotom Cut. So I'm just gonna stay in U-turn now, get some additional damage on him, but know that I gonna switch out into my Air Conditioner now. Trying to play some mind games with him. I'm just gonna go for a Stab Air Slash because I thought that would have been the better option. And so it seems, because he switches into Rotom Cut. Rotom Cut is just gonna oh no, I just went for a substitute right here. Sorry about that. I go for a substitute because I didn't want to get a Thunder Wave right into the face. But now I predict him to go for another Volt Switch. And yeah, if I played better in this phase of the match, then I would have gone for the second substitute, because then he would have been into Clefable, and when he went to Clefable, then I would have been able to get two Air Slashes off, and that would have been a good game. But yeah, that's the thing that didn't happen. I'm just gonna stay here with air conditioner, stay in, and I thought that my discharge would have been able to do enough damage to him because its stab has higher accuracy, higher percentage of killing him, but it doesn't happen. And I nearly have this game in the bag. If I went for air slash right here, then I would have been able to finish off his I would have been able to finish off his Rotom Cup. But yeah, unfortunately for me, I made the wrong decision. I went for discharge because I really didn't want to miss my air slash. Air slash has 90% accuracy, and I didn't want to take the risk of missing that. So he's going to be able to finish me off with a hidden power ice, and I'm going to switch out into Uxie. Uxie is going to take out his Rotom Cut with Psychic, and is not going to take that much damage from hidden power ice. And he all the time he was busy saying like, "Okay, guy, you won. Good game." And I was like, "Dude, why have I lost? Why have I won?" And he said, "My Clefable is gonna come back in and is gonna get hit by Stealth Trucks." And it was like, face palm, your Clefable has Magikarp, dude. And now I know he has the ability to stall me out all day. And at this point of the match, I was just too lazy. I didn't want to get involved in a Star Wars. Not a Star Wars. What the hell? I'm your father. I don't want to get involved in a Star Wars. So I'm just going to resign here. Good game here, Bestow. I hope you guys enjoyed this game as well. It was a long narration, and I must say at the end of the narration, I was kind of getting a sore throat. But yeah, nonetheless, this was the narration. This was the battle. I hope you enjoyed. For today's question of the day, I'm going to ask about your favorite electric-type Pokemon from the Kanto region. My favorite two are either Jolteon and Zapdos, but if I really have to make a choice, then it's going to be Zapdos because that guy was just so cool. You had to catch him at the power plant. I enjoyed that game so much. So what is your favorite electric type Pokemon of the Kanto region? Leave your answer as a reply to this video in the comment section and see you guys next time.